Bobby Ryan is, he's not a free agent.
There's a name that's now
out there. Are
cropped
those
up.
any names you guys would think could find their way in the blue and white?
Boy, oh boy, Bobby Ryan is someone they've wanted, and certainly close to Brian Burke's heart. I mean, he drafted him, and he's a big power forward. You look at Dustin Brown and what he was able to do with Los Angeles, and Bobby's a 30-goal guy, and he's a great kid. He's just an outstanding individual off the ice as well. He would certainly fit in. Now, what goes the other way? The names that come up, obviously, what does Anaheim need? They need defense. Maybe Luke Schenn is a part of that. And as a kid, you'd hate to see part with after you've invested 4 years with your 5th overall pick from 2008. But if you're going to get somebody of Bobby Ryan's ilk, it might take that, and obviously a little bit more.
I think that trading Luke Schenn would be a mistake. I think that Luke is you don't trade when your asset value is down. Mm-hmm. Luke is 21 years old. He's played
4 years.
4 years in the league. He's been doing it a long time.
Chris Clark trying to steal some
thunder.
It's not thunder.
So I think Luke is at a point where he's going to become a top 4 shutdown defender, and I just don't think you give that guy up. I think you have to keep that asset.
Right.
I would move a whole lot of other assets before I move Luke Schenn.
Now, there's a whole lot of other assets, but I mean, what else might be out there that you would move? And I agree, shutdown defensemen are hard to come by. I don't know. And this is, or when maybe Brian stays close to the vest, and and you keep your cards close and you sort of stay the course, because this team is. No.
That's not an option now. Staying the course is no longer an option.
Here's the deal. The New York Rangers finally win a conference championship. It took 12 years for Glenn Sather to get this done. 12 years.
Yeah.
And they luck out with Henrik Lundqvist, who was a 7th round pick. It's not like he went in the 1st round. They got him in the 7th round. You've got to have goaltending. It starts there. So this is how difficult a job it is. But in Toronto, and by rights, Leaf Nation is impatient. They've waited for so long. But sometimes when you're so close to turning a corner, boy, oh boy, you want to stay in the groove and not give too much away.
That's why I think you owe
Maybe
to the
I'm
players
too conservative.
that are there. Yeah, I think right now, I mean, you have a situation where they have 2 large issues, one in goal, one in the number 1 center. But if you manage to address those issues, I agree with Rick Dudley. I think that if you address those 2 issues, one with Luongo, which seems eminently doable, one which is going to take some magic. But if you can get those 2, I'm telling you, Leaf fans, this is a ship coming, this is a submarine coming out of the water. Because if you look at the prospects, if you look at the strength of that defenseman, especially if Justin Schultz comes, if you look at what a galvanizing effect a number 1 center would have on Lupul and on Kessel, if you look, say, one more depth forward, say the kid in Montreal, Travis Moen, you add that kid. Now, I'm not saying all these are going to happen, but if you put this combination together, if you had a number 1 center, let's just say Stahl was your number 1 center. Your number 1 line is Stahl, Kessel, and Lupul. That's a pretty good number 1 line. If you have Roberto Luongo in goal, and you have Justin Schultz back, now these things it's a long shot, but if those 3 things happen, you would have a hell of a hockey team right now.